And I think you can hear the piper, and he's going to stand on stage and pipe for the entire time, breathlessly, over and over. But it's a nice ceremony, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice hand for Max, our piper. My name is David Harp. I'm University Marshal from the chemistry department. I may have seen some of you in a World of Chemistry class. I hope it went well. We need to talk about safety in the tent should a storm arise, which we've been promised will not happen by the Atmospheric Sciences Department. But we need to do this anyway, and I'm going to introduce Ms. Jocelyn Younan, Associate Registrar, who will give you a few tips on what to do should some unforeseen storm take place.
Bonjour, good morning. Your safety is our priority. Should an evacuation be required, the registrar will make this announcement to you. You will then be required to leave the tent, and there are two options. You will either be told to go to the field across from this tent to your left, or you're going to be asked to go to one of the buildings that correspond to the color of the chair you're sitting in. So there's a map in the back of the program, and it's on the screen right now, and you just follow the lines. Graduates will go to the arts building, and guests will go to either red, white, or black lines. If at any time you need the assistance of a medical that is on site, please speak with an usher or a security guard who are on either side of the tent. Si une évacuation des lieux devenait nécessaire, la registraire en fera l'annonce. Vous devrez quitter la tente immédiatement et on vous demandera d'aller soit sur le champ qui est à l'autre côté de la tente ou à un des édifices qui sont notés sur la carte qui est dans votre programme. Les diplômés iront au pavillon Arts. Et puis, si jamais vous avez besoin d'assistance ou de l'aide d'un professionnel de santé, veuillez consulter les placiers qui sont de chaque côté de la tente ou un agent de sécurité. Passez une matinée inoubliable. Congratulations to the graduates and to the families. Merci beaucoup.
In the remaining minutes, I'm going to give you a few simple instructions that should aid in your going across the stage. We promise to have you out before lunch, maybe about 11:44 or something like that. It's a very precise military program, as you can see from the way we try to seat the students, counting them out in uneven rows, some of them. What I want you to do, though, as students, is please take your lineup card, tear it in half now so that you don't have to do it later, and then hold it tightly through the entire ceremony, not letting any of those halves slip. I will be getting you out of your seats row by row by row, and the first person, who will be a PhD graduate, will have the toughest job because they don't quite know what to do, even though they have a PhD. No, they'll know. There's a mirror to your left, as you will see as you're coming down the corridor on your left-hand side. That's what's going to be the protocol. So if you're having a difficult day with your hair, you can at least adjust it a little bit. Then you will proceed a few paces ahead, and in front of the three flags that you maybe can see something of on the left-hand side, you will have your photo taken, and then get in a short line, come up onto the stage, look down quickly to see where the X is, go to the X right in the middle, just like in a theater production of some kind or other. That's what this is. And give your lineup card to Professor Kate Sibbald, who will read your name in a most eloquent fashion. She will miss next to no names for pronunciation. She's a linguist and one of your faculty's prominent professors. Then you will take the other half of your lineup card, proceeding in second number 8, maybe seconds number 9 since you started the stage, and you will get tapped or capped, depending on whether you have a degree or not. That will be explained a little later. And then you will proceed in front of this dais down the steps and retrieve your graduate or your degree from the capable hands of our staff down below on the left, on your right, my left. I have to tell you this, the first step as you come off the stage is rather a lengthy one, unexpectedly so. So please be aware of it. There are little crude signs saying, please watch your step, please watch your step. We decided not to put a third one up there. That would be too much reading to do. You've had enough reading to do with all of your assignments. And we will have a catcher down in case you stumble. No one has stumbled yet in about 5,000 crossings, so I think it's unlikely that this will happen. So that's the basic essential procedure. We're waiting for the platform party, who will be a number of professors who will be seated up here, and the last group in the platform party will be Stephen Stropel, the Secretary General, who will be carrying McGill's mace. There is a new mace, first time in McGill's history that we've had one. Traditionally, they were objects to ward off predators. I don't think that's the object anymore. It's a rather interesting looking contraption, I guess you would say. And then the chair of the board the chancellor and the principal, Heather. I'm on last year's script in my head. Suzanne Fortier, our new principal, will come up onto the stage, and the center of the stage is for the chancellor, who will come to the podium from time to time to introduce new segments of the presentation. There will be an honorary degree, Zita Cobb, who is a Newfoundlander, and you will, I think, enjoy her presentation. She is kind of transforming the business end of small towns in Newfoundland, and I think she'll have a very interesting speech for you to listen to. As far as now, you see we're closing in on dark clouds. It just got dark, but it's going to stay nice. We've been promised this. One of the individuals who's helped us a great deal in getting students seated for the last 30-some years is Steve Olive, who is strolling slowly across the front. And we've developed tradition is what you did yesterday, as opposed to what you've done for 20 years. And I thought what I would do is explain a little bit about the robes. The robes that you will see coming up onto the stage will be different colors associated with different universities. His has some green. He hears the piper. There's still time to do what we want to do. This one is from the University of North Carolina, pale powder blue. Carolina blue. If you follow NCAA basketball, you'll know the tragedy that took place a little while ago. There's knowing laughter in the audience. I was crying. These are called beef eater hats. Why, I'm not sure, other than that the group in England who wore these, Tower of London, ever fountain of information, Mr. Olive. Useless information, so he says. We've discovered that this is an excellent, not just a hat, but an excellent Frisbee. And we haven't missed one yet, so I'm going to scale it. Now you'll notice his hat is like your hats. You can't scale them, they don't go anywhere. They're not, they go down to the ground. So. We can even repeat this if you want. No, he's getting tired. No, we're not going to mess it up. So that's the essential framework for what's going to unfold in the next hour and 44 minutes. We hope that that will be approximately the right length of time. And the last group into the auditorium, as I might call it, will come to your right into that tube. And as they come in, I will ask you to rise and greet them if you like. It'd be nice to greet them with applause. They'll be along in about a minute or so. You can hear them. The piper is Jeff McCarthy, and if you go sometimes to Ogilvy's, he pipes, I think, at 1 o'clock or at noon every day in the tradition of Ogilvy's. And he will lead the group in, and they'll split the group into halves, and then we'll take our place. Winston Purdy, Professor Winston Purdy of the music faculty, will then lead us in the alma mater, and the words will be on the screen, so try them out if you haven't been used to singing your alma mater in the shower in the morning. I think I've done it once. Maybe as a residue of listening to it for 14 times because we've had 14 convocations. This is the 13th convocation, not to infer that that's bad luck. It's going to be good luck. You're all going to cross the stage. None of you will fall. It will be fun, interesting, and you will have and a valedictory speech will be also at the very, very end, just before Winston Purdy leads us in the national anthem. And he will be, of course, accompanied by our brass quintet that you've been listening to all along. So I see the extensive bulk of our excellent piper, and so when he comes into the tube, give them some applause, And you don't need to stand up, but I think they would really appreciate a nice round of applause as they come in. And they're coming now. You can see on your screens, that's the tail end of there's the principal, Fortier, chair of the board, and the chancellor. So, bienvenue, I guess, yeah, you should rise. Bienvenue, levez-vous s'il vous plaît.
Thank you, Professor Purdy. Good morning, graduating students, families, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour à vous tous. As Chancellor and on behalf of McGill University, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2016 Convocation Ceremony for students graduating from the Faculty of Arts. I extend a particular welcome to parents, friends, and partners of today's guests of honor, our 2016 graduates. And indeed, I particularly welcome you who are about to become McGill's most recent alumni. Your attendance here today, I know, means a lot to your families. Two of my sons are McGill graduates, and I've had the chance to sit in the audience watching the proceedings the way you are today. And when I attended convocation as a guest, the Chancellor, my predecessor, was a wonderful man by the name of Arnold Steinberg, a generous and constant friend of McGill who unfortunately passed away suddenly last December. Arnold relished these convocation ceremonies, along with every part of his long history with the university. And as the principal said in her eulogy, Arnold fully embodied the McGill spirit, a spirit that unites open curiosity, intellectual rigor, energy, and compassion. And while he graduated in 1954 and led a rich life outside our gates, in a very real sense, Arnold never left McGill. Today, you can appropriately reflect on the curiosity, intellect, and energy that got you to McGill in the first place, and that has made you successful while you've been here. Along the way, you've been exposed to superb teachers and researchers, and you've had the chance to engage in critical thinking with others and to reflect on your views about the world and your place in it. This, I hope you will agree, was a wonderful opportunity, made particularly so because it happened here at McGill. As alumni, it will soon become obvious to you the unique reputation McGill enjoys in this increasingly competitive and international world, a world that you are about to step into. And in it, McGill garners remarkable respect and admiration, particularly at the international level. Regardless of what your next step is, I hope that you will look on your years here as having been happy, productive, and rewarding. Of one thing I am confident, and that is that few investments you will make will provide as much of a return, both in financial and in personal satisfaction. When you do think about McGill, I'd ask you to remember that most every experience that you've had that was core to McGill's mandate has been enhanced and shaped by those who came before. I speak particularly about those graduates who've supported McGill with the gift of their time and financially. And again, I think of Arnold Steinberg, who for many years was so very generous in so many ways to his alma mater. I read recently an article written by a Canadian expat by the name of Hardeep Grewal. It was titled, "Universities Help Us to Achieve. Let's Pay It Back, Canada." His point was that for some unknown reason, Canadians are quite adept at resisting any kind of sectarian affinity for the institution where they got their education. He thought it was, and I quote, "high time for Canadians to stop just liking their universities and to start loving them." He suggested that rather than being just a rite of passage, graduates should see their graduation as an inauguration into a very special community. So today I ask you to start loving your university, or perhaps I should say to keep on loving McGill. Your ongoing attachment fera en sorte que votre université maintienne sa réputation enviable en tant que l'un des principaux établissements d'enseignement supérieur au monde. To each of you here this morning, and you will formally take your place among the some 250,000 McGill graduates scattered around the globe in some 180 countries, my sincere congratulations for your achievement, and I wish you every success as you embark on the next exciting phase of your lives. Merci, thank you. Je voudrais maintenant inviter la principale et vice-chancelière, Suzanne Fortier, de s'adresser à l'auditoire. Professeur Fortier.
Bienvenue aux finissants de 2016. Welcome to the Faculty of Arts graduating class of 2016. I'm joined here today by your family and friends, by our Chancellor, the Chair of our board, our governors emeriti, by special guests and esteemed colleagues. We are here together to say how proud we are of you and of everything that has gotten you here today. C'est pour moi un immense bonheur de vous féliciter pour vos réalisations et votre persévérance. What an honor to congratulate you for your achievements and your perseverance. Today marks a special milestone. Savor it, enjoy it, celebrate, and remember the moment. As some of you may know, my own 2 degrees from McGill are in crystallography. That means that I like numbers. I love numbers, big data. I know you do too. And so I'll share a few with you this morning. And I'll start with 40,000. That's the number of bagels eaten in our own residences at McGill over the last year. 40,000 bagels coming from the Mile End. And talking about food, 25,000 kilograms of fresh produce. We're talking tomatoes, cantaloupes, peppers, watermelons, grown on our own campus, the McDonald campus, and brought to us as McGill community for us to enjoy. Now, I'll try a bigger number. 5,531,792. The estimated number of working-age Canadian with a university degree. That represents 28% of our population, a good percentage when we compare it to the OECD average of 23%. And it is an important number because it represents the commitment of our country towards providing access to education to everyone. So that's a great number to celebrate. 1968, as you may guess, are the age of our youngest and our oldest graduates in our convocation this spring. And it speaks to the diversity of experience that people bring to our campus and enrich our learning environment. You know, there are 7,337 students who are convocating in the spring this year. And I'm so thrilled that many of you are able to be here. Convocation, of course, is a moment of joy and pride on our campus. It's a time of celebration. But I think it's something else as well. Convocation is a way of showing your loyalty. Loyalty to your classmates, loyalty to your family and friends who've been there for you all along, loyalty to your professors, librarians, staff who've been rooting for you from day one. And so I want to ask the class here, the graduating class, to please stand up, all of you, because I want you to give a big round of applause to all these people who've been behind you. Merci beaucoup. I will end with one more number. Number 1. I like this number a lot. Of course, you know, it's great to sometimes be able to call yourself number 1, but that's not why I like it. You know, there are 7.4 billion people on this planet, and the number is growing, 7.4 billion. But there is only one of you. Think about it. Only one of you. And so when I'm talking about number 1 and being number 1, I'm not talking about you competing with your colleagues. I'm talking about you making the best of what is unique about you. And this is, in fact, the challenge you'll face in the next chapter of your life and throughout your life. What will you make of what is absolutely unique about you? And what will be your unique contributions to the world? Convocation marks a new beginning, but they're also a time to say goodbye. This is Stephen Stropwell's last spring as McGill Secretary General and one of his final convocation ceremonies. Over the past 6.5 years, Stephen has watched proudly more than 60,000 students graduate from McGill. As Secretary General, Stephen has provided wise counsel and sound judgment. He has worked hard to help strengthen the policies that reflect the McGill community's shared values, and importantly, to put those policies into practice. Thank you, Stephen, for your quiet determination and your steadfast commitment to the stewardship of good governance. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge Professor Hudson Meadswell's 14 months of leadership, superb leadership, I might add, as the interim dean of the Faculty of Arts. Thank you, Hudson. And to all of you graduates, after you've said your own goodbyes, please remember the friends you've made here and keep them close. Vous vous joignez à une belle et grande famille des diplômés de McGill. In fact, I received a message from a member of the family, an alumnus from Ottawa, Monsieur Justin Trudeau. He sent a message for you, so I'll read it. You're not the leaders of tomorrow. You're leaders today. Congrats, McGill graduates. Et sachez que les portes de McGill vous seront toujours très grandes ouvertes. McGill sera toujours votre maison. McGill will always be your home. Félicitations, congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Fortier. I invite Professor Hudson Meadwell, interim dean of the Faculty of Arts, to deliver the convocation address. Dean Meadwell.
Chancellor Meehan, Principal Fortier, Mr. Stuart Cobbett, Chair of the Board of Governors, students, guests, and colleagues. It's an honor to speak to you today, but I suspect that many of you are surprised to see me standing here as an interim dean about to deliver the convocation address. While I was surprised and flattered when I was asked to do this, I welcome the opportunity as well. It's an opportunity to reflect on the Faculty of Arts and on your time as students at McGill and what might await you as you leave us for the larger world. And it's also an opportunity for me to reflect on my own personal journey that brought me to McGill. I joined McGill in 1988 after completing a PhD and an MA at Duke University, and after doing a BA in Political Science and History at the University of Manitoba. Between the BA and grad school, I lived a rather different life, working in Northern Ontario and Manitoba, working, for example, in sawmills, in a mine, and in the bush. It was my way of staying outdoors rather than inside, except for the mine. That was very much inside and underground. I never expected that these kinds of jobs were going to be permanent, but they fulfilled my desire to have a connection to the bush, to be outside, and to remember the place that I came from. Eventually, I became a connoisseur of chainsaws, and I continue to love to cut wood on the weekends. So these were jobs that kept me out of trouble, more or less, sometimes less. I made some money. They were jobs that fitted my life at the time. They were faithful to my history. I grew up in small towns in northwestern Ontario and rural Manitoba before my family moved to the big city, not Toronto, Winnipeg, where, as I mentioned, I completed my BA. They were great years, years that I cherish. Grad school was always on my mind in this period, but there is no grand plan. I didn't draw up a plan that specified X number of years of physical work, to be followed by a PhD in the States, and then, of course, a job at McGill. And eventually to this moment today, where I am addressing you as a convocation speaker. That's not how my life played out. Going to grad school wasn't an orchestrated career move. I was curious. I was interested. Grad school promised to be interesting, and there are no plans beyond that. I was drawn to the possibility of grad school by two inspirational professors in the last year of my BA, two young guys, themselves, fresh out of grad school, who sparked my interest and curiosity, who gave me models, role models to emulate, and who enlarged my imagination. That curiosity and interest that they identified in me and encouraged, occasionally, by the way, with an occasional kick in the ass, so to speak, became a passion once I did go to grad school. That passion for political history, for social and political theory, and yes, for models. Every self-respecting social scientist has at least one or two models of something tucked in his or her back pocket. That passion did lead to a career which did lead me here to McGill. I wasn't born to be a political scientist or a social scientist. It wasn't really on the horizon when I graduated some time ago with a BA in political science and history. There were other things to do at that time in my life before proceeding to grad school, but here I am many years later. I know and love the humanities and social sciences. My career has been spent studying and teaching social science. I know and love the faculty. The heart of this university, like all great universities, beats to an arts rhythm. Arts is central to what makes McGill exceptional. I've seen generations of students pass through arts, particularly through my home discipline, political science. In fact, a couple of years ago, I started to teach some of the children of some of my first students. It's one of the most striking features of a career in academics. You get older. Sometimes it makes you wiser, sometimes it doesn't. But the students in your class from year to year don't seem to age at all. And every year, they're brilliant. Some things don't change in the Faculty of Arts. Students never get older, and they continue to be our greatest resource. I've met many McGill alumni throughout North America, Europe, and Asia. And I've heard their stories. They're quite a bit different than mine. But I'm here to report back to you that an arts degree closes no doors. Our grads do incredibly diverse things, and they do so at the highest level. When you set off today on the next stage of your journey in life, there is no one particular path in front of you. Celebrate that and the possibilities that lie ahead. Don't fear the future. Embrace it. You will be, very shortly, our next generation of alumni. You're closing your own circle here at McGill, but at the same time, you are reproducing the life cycle of the university. Others have left before you. And as you leave, we prepare to take in our next generation of students who, like you one day, will be at their convocation. Convocation is our and your rite of passage. And today is the day you pass through to the other side with your families and friends here to share it with you. Will your lives be fundamentally different from the lives of graduates who came before you? Or from my life, for that matter? It depends on what you mean by fundamental. Every one of you, as a principal has noted, is unique. And there are probably very few of you who will develop an affection for cutting wood. And of course, the world is different. Far, far more technologically sophisticated, to point out one very simple example. But some things don't change, and I'm willing to hazard a guess about your futures. Your futures will include all of the elements that make us human and social beings, elements that shape graduates before you and that shape all of us. There will be opportunities and obstacles, love, heartbreak, success and failure, joy, laughter, sadness, beauty. All of our stories partake of these elements, and I kind of think that your stories will as well. Life is a gift. Live it well. Live it with compassion, love, and honesty. Find your passion. Don't Spend all of your time indoors. Get off the beaten track now and then. Trust your heart and your instincts, knowing that you are well prepared for success and adventure. Very soon, you'll cross this stage. I look forward to congratulating each of you personally as you leave the stage and move on in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Meadwell. We will now proceed with the conferral of academic degrees. And I call upon Provost and Vice Principal Academic Christopher Manfredi to commence the formal proceedings. Provost Manfredi.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I am pleased to invite the students graduating from the Faculty of Arts for the conferral of degrees. This is a truly joyous event in the cycle of a university's life, particularly at McGill, where we have such talented and accomplished students. Each student crossing the stage this afternoon will be greeted by the Chancellor, the Principal, or the Chair of the Board of Governors. Students receiving their first degree shall remove their mortarboard or hat. At center stage, they will be symbolically capped, signaling ceremonially the conferral of the degree. Students who have already earned a university degree keep their mortarboard on and will be congratulated by a tap on the shoulder. The parchment or degree itself is given to students by the dean or delegate after they leave the stage and have a photo taken. You may have seen some students wearing red or white scarves. All self-identifying Indigenous students, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, are entitled to wear graduation scarves at convocation, in the community, and at any and all future McGill events that they attend. The red scarf is for those receiving a degree, and white for those getting a diploma or certificate. The feather has two meanings: respect for the person and the mark of an amazing or special event. The Confederacy belt signifies attachment to and respect for the land on which we live. And the turtle symbolizes the inclusiveness of all nations and respect for diversity. En vertu des pouvoirs qui me sont conférés par le Sénat de McGill, je déclare que les candidats dont le nom figure sur la liste officielle des diplômés de l'université, qu'ils soient présents ou absents, ont satisfait aux exigences de leur grade, diplôme ou certificat respectif. By virtue of the powers conferred upon me by McGill Senate, I declare that the candidates whose names appear on the university's official list of graduates, whether they be present or absent, have satisfied the requirements for their respective degrees, diplomas, or certificates. By tradition at McGill, we begin with students receiving graduate degrees, followed by students obtaining undergraduate degrees. I now invite Professor Kathleen Sibbald to introduce the graduates, and Professor Hudson Meadwell, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Arts, to congratulate all graduating students. Congratulations, class of 2016. Félicitations.
Mr. Chancellor, Madam Principal, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology, Leslie Lian Chang. Nicole Geneviève Denier. Jason Olaf Jensen. José Ignacio Nasif Muñoz. Am Kwaram Rosaman. For the degree of Master of Arts in Anthropology, Camilo Gómez Chaparro. And for the degree of Master of Arts in Geography, Anna Catherine Bunce. Caitlin Louise Finner. Geneva Alana Dora List. For the degree of Master of Science applied in couple and family therapy, Evelyn Andelfinger. Florence Rachel Brisson-Daines. Amélie Brown. Vanessa Capillan Acosta. Naveen Rachel Dubash. Caroline Sarah Foster. Caroline Gagné. For the degree of Master of Social Work, Lindsay Gale Larios. Jennifer Chun-Ling Young. Kofi Norza. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in African Studies, Rishabh Dev Shah. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology, Gara Muhammad Al-Katani. Notwin Gwendolyn Bellick Warwick, distinction, first class honors in anthropology. Erin Catherine Bergeron. Kyla Alexandra Bolton, distinction, first class honors in anthropology. Angelica Borgio. Johanna Garionas. Tasha Carruthers. Olivier Couteau. Daryl Michael Reith de Lara. Natalie Jane de la Valle. Sarah de Loisson. Laura May Dutfield. Hannah Rosemary Eidson, distinction. Sarina Sita Gupta, first class honors in anthropology. Tiffany Yui Yan Jan. Andrew Lythe, first class honors in anthropology. Benjamin Joseph Metrick. Alicia Julia Nguyen, distinction, first class honors in anthropology. Sarah Sashi Purdy, distinction, first class joint honors in anthropology and religious studies. Lindsay Johanna Verhagen Russell. Faye Gabrielle Najee Shakhtar, honors in anthropology. Matthew Kwang Shi. Stuart Cameron Albert Smith. Kai Alexander Thomas, distinction. Iginas Turemis. Jenna Nicole Wellick. Sayan Yang. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Michael Lee Chen. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Environment, Ian Bowen. Audrey C. Rooney. James Sertosini. Dina Marilyn Kaufman, distinction. Jessica Ann Fratoliglio. Allegra Ann Johnson. Leah Bonnie Kurihara. Caitlin Moya. Honors in Environment. Elizabeth Patricia Shebel, Honors in Environment. Margot Jeanne Sleckman, First Class Honors in Environment. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography, Quinlan Bonnie Abel. Leslie Beadle, distinction. Monique Elizabeth Begay. Evan Valentine Berry, First Class Honors in Geography, Dean's Honor List. Gabrielle Brown, excuse me. Okay. Gabrielle Lisa Cohen, distinction. Julia Brittany Conzon, distinction. Juliette Cook. Tara Laura Dehenny. Claire Marie Heggie, First Class Honors in Geography. James Carmichael McFarlane. Julie Elizabeth McKinnon. Philip Vlad Mirmov. Landon Lievsky Davis Moore. Jack Alexander Neal. Victor Cornell Panak. Felipe José Pérez Aranguren. Laila Rahim. Marianne Cibot. Sophie Claire Smith. Henry Nicholas Miles Staveley. Katia Sirovatka. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Development Studies, Kripa Abraham Koshi. James Clayton Adams. Shazeen Ahmed. Waidal Al-Kusai. Celine Alcaldi. Ana Mercedes Amin. Ariana Anderson. Camille Armand. Sarah Yassa Awad, Dean's Honour List. Kathleen Maria Barrera, Distinction. Alana Belanger, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Victoria Benishu. Aisha Berry, Distinction. Elena Dara Boyle, Honours in International Development Studies. Kelsey Ray Boyer. Nicholas Hans Buna, Honours in International Development Studies. Sarah Elizabeth Bybee. Elena Marie Cabot. Lorna Theodora Cantalare, Honours in International Development Studies. Liam Carson, Distinction. Marion Champoux Pellegrin, Distinction, First Class Joint Honours in International Development Studies and Political Science. Naisha Jocelyn Tijero. Clélia Cloutier. Anne Adams Cutchell, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Letitia Damon-Singh. Jacqueline Marie-Louise de Boucher. Marina de Remy. Georges Deluru, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Nora Ann Coadoan, Honours in International Development Studies. Dominique Isabelle Döring, Dean's Honour List. Joshua Alexis Dumaris. Anna Faye Petito Dunbar, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Elizabeth Keeley Flannery. Erin Maima Foley. Caroline Frida Giandomenico. Edith Changra, Distinction. Sarah Naomi Canizares Gold, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Tess Alexandra Goldhagen, First Class Honours in International Development Studies, Dean's Honour List. Sabine Helen Grüter. Kevin Harris. Sarah Lee Henry, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Mary Penelope Nizaruro, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Francesca Giulia Humi. Emily Alexandra Jaffe Gerritz, Distinction. Suraya Jinnah. Jessica Joseph. Catherine Laure Just. Jae Hyun Kang. Ji Yeon Kim, Distinction. Ridwama Shamima Lalu, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Shamina Rizwana Lalu, Honours in International Development Studies. Hong Man Michael Law. Ines Sonia Leclin, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Loan Alexandra Lee, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Yan Yan Lee. Taylor Jackie Maguire. Michelle Mahoney. Christopher Martin. Stephen David McConnell. Samantha Jo McCrane, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Jessica Laura McLaughlin. Alice Yvonne Brigitte Millard, Distinction, First Class Honours in International Studies. Margaret June Mills, First Class Honours in International Development Studies, Dean's Honour List. Nazish Mirza, Joint Honours in International Development Studies and World Islamic and Middle East Studies, Distinction. Charlotte Ann Moores, Distinction, First Class Joint Honours in Anthropology and International Development Studies. Farah Nazar. Kosichuwo Uchana Niwe, Distinction. Marisa Nunez. Johanna Natasha Odusarek Roy. Stephanie Wimetrate. Alexandria Catherine Petit-Thorn. Ryan Patrick Plano, Distinction, First Class Joint Honours in International Development Studies and Political Science. Nicholas Price. Casey Ann Rosner. Malik Salim. Isabelle Schumacher. Nelly Shaheen Saraglian. Alexei Simakov. Vincent George Simboli. Kimberly Simon Robert. Eleanor Caitlin Somerville. Julia Heather Spencer, First Class Honours in International Development Studies, Dean's Honour List. Robin Ann Sterling, First Class Honours in International Development Studies. Saya Takigami. Colleen Thrasher, First Class Honours in International Development Studies, Dean's Honour List. Gail Toka. Rachel C. Mayan Sitsubari, Dean's Honour List. Francesca Valenti, Distinction. Sophie Banbastelar. Caitlin Corwell Van Duzer. Camille Jeanne-Hude Viret-Ragin. Devni Volpola. Clara Aida Watt. Lois Beryl Witherspoon. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Kim Abisei Dao. Tanya Aelo. Galia Al-Farah, Dean's Honour List. Julia Yale Esther Altman. Emma Lise Iris Amar. Kiran Arif. Juliana Astorino. Kokwi Tatiana Badillo Amberg. Aditi Bali. Christina Johanna Teresa Berti. Audrienne Bissonnette Clermont. Daniel Mark Blanchfeld. Logan Claire Bodnaruk. Emily Malek Brown. Sarah Victoria Brown. Emma Juliet Caffrey. Antonietta Ilana Cambeglione. Victoria Isabel Carmichael, Dean's Honours List. Simone Chad Friedman. Dana Chiabe. Ashley Chemtoff. Chun Chen. Shannon Ciridisco, distinction. Lauren Jessica Cohen. Ariel Cooper Smith. Margaret Francesca Corbo. Maxine Cousineau-Perrus, distinction. Haley Danica Crowell-Duke. Madeline Tierney Crowley. Julie Kamen. Christina Maria Colmar Cummings. Melanie Cousteau-Blanc. Krishna Desai. Shannon Rowan, distinction. Danielle Dunn. Simon Ermentrout. Dalet Motaz El Said. Caitlin Elvidge. Holly Engstrom, first class honors in psychology, Dean's Honor List. Laura Caitlin Eves. Justine Fallu. Sarah Jane Fennessy. Courtney Teresa Fitzpatrick. Emily Fletcher. Nadia Floriani, Dean's Honor List. Stephen Joel Fong. Rufus Smith Frost. Alice Chenier, distinction. Miranda Giambra, distinction. Jalisa Gittens. Marina Esther Grine. Vivian Tiangu, First Class Honors in Psychology, Norman Prentice Award, Dean's Honor List. Abdelramed Hamed. Laura Elizabeth Hanrahan. Annabel Helen. Laura Marlene Herbert. T.Y. Dean's Honor List. Midori Fumiko Ujedin. James Harris Hutchingham. Hilary Yo Fong Hui. Saria Idris, Dean's Honor List. Farah Islam. Julia Eitel. Joshua Scott Jackson, Distinction. Sahana Makadini Jasinge Al-Rajli. Shannon Joseph. Laila Kabach. Alba Isabella Kane. Cassandra Corimenos. Jan Kevin Kraft. Felix Honsong Kwang. Mandy Chiao Man Lam, Distinction. Karine Larouche. Bernice Wingya Lau, Distinction. Jessie Mary Lawrence. Jessica Lee. Ji Won Lee, First Class Honors in Psychology, Dean's Honor List. Claire Alice Layton. Miley Masako Leisha. Chloe Anne L'Espérance. Xinyan Leong. Jennifer Ann Liao. Lisa Lynn Lorenzo. Lily Gillespie McLeod, Distinction. Ariane Sophie Marion Jetton, First Class Honors in Psychology, Dean's Honor List. Alexa Juliette Meilleur, First Class Honors in Psychology, Dean's Honor List. Serena Menito, First Class Honors in Psychology, Dean's Honor List. Charlotte Mercil, Distinction. Marie-Catherine Mignot, First Class Honors in Psychology, Norman Prentice Award, Dean's Honor List. Marie-Laure Miro, Distinction. Jacqueline Molnar, Distinction. Kira Moskovich. Nicole Vanessa Mosello. Joëlle Elise Nadeau-Sicard. Noam Gil Newberger, Distinction. Ho Ching Daphne Nghi. Erica Lees Nolan, Dean's Honor List. Michael Roger Nouri. Vanessa Oros. Leah Ann Paul. Rachel Sarah Petrie. Amanda Petropoulos. Julia Rose Pingerton. Mary Elizabeth Camille Power. Tania Rahman. Feige Udel Reich. Serena Remtula Langlois. Jérémy Richard. Nicole Marie Riley, Distinction. Alexa Christine Ruel. Kyla Sabourin. Okay. Isabel Ann Archer Sadowski. Distinction. Zoe Saloon. Vanessa Ann Salvatori. Andrew Jonathan Samuel. Emma Sandrock. Joanna Ellen Bozak Saul. Melissa Hope Savignac, Dean's Honor List. Rebecca Shimi, Distinction. Brandon Ryan Showak. Sierra Marie Schiropada, First Class Honors in Psychology, Dean's Honor List. Moira Alexandra Smith Romero. Yuking Song, First Class Honors in Psychology, Dean's Honor List. Jacob Martin Spitzer, Honors in Psychology. Elliot William Joseph St. Pierre, distinction. Catherine Murphy Sullivan. Tristan Supino. Ariel Rebecca Sutton, first class honors in psychology, Dean's Honor List. Anna Simanchevitz, distinction. Leah Evelyn Tavassi. Joseph Theriot. Emily Helen Todorov, Dean's Honor List. Kimberly Ann Turner, distinction. Monica Vajancourt. Maria Vecchikina. Amy Madeleine Von Ax. Willa Ione Voorhees, Dean's Honor List. Demi Vretas. Han Vong. Justin Wang. Lindsay Waxman. Emma Whitehall. Lindsay Elizabeth Williams. Charlene Louise Yang, distinction. Stephanie Maya Viriman, distinction. Seo Young Yoon. Jessica Andra Zeibelicht. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, Anna-Rika Akoviti. Jade Kathleen Archina. Alexandra Haley Bolshin. Elana Joy Blacher. Theo Bourchary, distinction, first class honors in sociology. Amanda Leigh Bruce. Sydney Cameron. Rebecca Myra Cheverton. Sarah Min Christman. Kaklan Tao Chu, Dean's Honor List. Kaylee Alexandra Clark. Veronique Cohen, distinction. Gina Robin de Sandro. Alexandra Zuzrovic. Tanis Lee Dubrovsky. Frédéric Filiatro. Adam David Finley. Victoria Grace Elizabeth Gies. Madeleine Esther Golupeth. Talia Phoebe Gruber, Dean's Honour List. Alexandra Jano. Una Jefferson, Distinction, First Class Honours in Sociology. Evelyn Ann Kazimarek. Patrick Daniel Leduc, Distinction, First Class Honours in Sociology. Nicole Ali Lewis, Distinction. Karen Kerry Lotati. Hoyan Seren Luke. Kelsey Ann Mara. Francesca Menassa Plourde. Andrew Milner. René Michele Mittelstadt, Matthias Bielski Prize. Jin Young Mook. Nathaniel Nicholas Narciso. V. Tao Nguyen. Maria Regina Niwanamanara. Marika Zello Pinkuts. Chelsea Iris Rosen. Alaya Sadat Nijadi. Rosemarie Sarno. Tamara Schlesinger. Brooke Sidney Turboff Schwartz. Sophie Miller Shear. Isabella Hope Taylor. Marc Michel Termil. Victoria Kai Tran. Dana Hamina Ray, First Class Honours in Sociology, Dean's Honour List. Chao Ao Singh. For the degree of Bachelor of Social Work, Emma Agidwarko. Rana Ahmed, School of Social Work, Alumni Award and Dean's Honour List. Carolyn Booth, Distinction. Okay. Amanda Cape, Dean's Honour List. Principal. Alexi Rose Cleveland, Dean's Honor List. Hortense Marcia Dawkins. Olivier Dion, Dean's Honors List. Denis Dubé, Dean's Honors List. Laurie May Dubé. Eugene Fonkem Bergwicka. Angela Garcia Fontaine, Distinction. Eddie Hennig, Dean's Honor List. Kelsey Ann Highland, Distinction. Milos Janda. Fanny Juno, Distinction. Malika Kilani. Stephanie Beirut Lance, Distinction. Molly Lawrence, Dean's Honor List. Chelsea Massel, Distinction. Corina Masson. Ashley Kelly Orloff, Distinction. Vasiliki Papadopoulos. Michelle Céleste Régnier. Leora Elv Stoller, McGill Alumni Society Prize, Dean's Honor List. Amanda Tetro, Dean's Honor List. Vanessa Vanicola, Dean's Honor List. Stuart Vass. Lydia Volvich, Distinction. Sheena Yukianki.
Thank you, Professor Sybil. It's now my pleasure to ask this ceremony's valedictorian, Mr. Evan Berry, to say a few words. Mr. Berry.
Missed it. So before I begin, we must acknowledge that here on the McGill University campus today, we are gathered on unceded land which has long served as a site of meeting and exchange amongst Indigenous peoples, including the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabeg nations. Today, we honor and respect these nations as the traditional stewards of the lands and waters on which we meet. Our relationship with these nations must shape how McGill operates as an academic institution and how we carry ourselves as McGill graduates in the future ahead. Mr. Chancellor, members of the Platform Party, fellow graduates and guests, what an honor it is to stand here in front of the most inspirational classmates, as well as the professors, administrators, and families that got us to this long-awaited moment in time. Graduates, here we are, facing the world past the Roddick gates, diploma in one hand, probably a samosa in the other. You might be feeling excited or nervous, or like you're gonna puke yourself in this robe like me. All of which are okay, but let me assure you that merely sitting here today is a testament to your tenacity and capabilities as leaders and scholars. Just think of everything we survived during our time here. The great McTavish flood of 2013. Flood girl, forever in our hearts. Entering class crying in your first Montreal winter, not because you were sad, but because negative 40-degree winds physically pushed tears out of your face. The untimely death of the McLennan Tim Hortons and Première Moisson rising from the ashes like a sad, overpriced phoenix. Minerva. So why did we work so tirelessly over the past 4 years to receive the tremendous privilege of McGill education? In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. These diplomas mean we now possess a wealth of knowledge, excel in the art of critical thought, and have the capacities to achieve our most ambitious goals. These diplomas mean that we are powerful, but that we are also dangerous. We cannot deny that some of the most well-educated people have orchestrated some of the most heinous acts in history despite a moral imperative to use their knowledge towards progress. So ask yourself, graduates, on what path will you take this education? Will you use your charisma and leadership to manipulate and misinform, or to educate and empower others? Will you prioritize profits, or will you prioritize people and social responsibility? Will you fight to protect the lands and waters that sustain us? Or like the McGill administration, will you ignore basic science and senselessly claim that fossil fuel companies do not cause grave social injury to this world? Will you strive to resolve conflicts and promote peace, or will you push agendas of violence and imperialism through governments or even university campuses? Will you accept your reality at face value, or will you think critically about how our systems prioritize certain narratives, certain interests, and certain lives over others? Ask yourself, graduates, on what side of history will you stand with your education? Class of 2016, the time is ours. It is our turn to rectify mistakes of the past, to be proactive about our collective future, and to help others access the very seats we're in today. And if there's anything that I've learned about all of you over the past 4 years, is that you all are some of the most insightful, uplifting, hardworking, and forward-thinking people I have ever met. So to all of the graduates, the scholars, volunteers, activists, leaders, and awkward Tinder matches before me, Thank you. I am so excited to see how each one of you goes out and changes the world. And when one of you in this crowd is Prime Minister, it will be such an honor to tell my children exactly what you did at Beach Day in first year. Thank you to our professors and TAs for your mentorship and support of our life pursuits, even when you deserve to be better supported yourselves. Thank you to our underappreciated and underpaid primary and secondary school teachers who doubled as parents, babysitters, and social workers, shaping us into the people we are today. Thank you to Beyoncé for dropping not just one, but 2 albums during our final exam periods. We literally could not have done it without you. I hope you are watching this right now, wherever you are. I love you. And finally, thank you to the parents, families, and communities that raised us and supported us through thick and thin, especially puberty. Y'all are the real MVPs, and we wouldn't be here today without you. Class of 2016, remember the tremendous power and responsibility in your hands right now with this degree. Never sell yourself short, and have faith in the capabilities that each one of you possesses to effect positive change. Our time is now. Félicitations, congratulations, graduates, and best of luck with the future ahead. Thank you.
Merci, M. Berry. Merci de vos bons mots. Would the graduating class please stand? Now that you're all seated. In my capacity as Chancellor of McGill University, I declare and confirm that each of you is now entitled to the distinction of the degree, diploma, or certificate that is being conferred upon you, with all the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibility that are pertinent thereto. Congratulations. Félicitations. And would the audience please rise? Would the audience please rise as I ask the Secretary General, Mr. Stephen Stropel, to deliver the benediction.
Go now in peace and share the gift of knowledge that has been entrusted to you. May this university and all graduates be diligent in the free and honest pursuit of truth for the benefit of all. D'où que nous venions, où que nous allions, humble et plein d'espoir, nous nous laisserons guider par l'amitié et la solidarité, et nous grandirons en sagesse. May you be blessed all your days.
And to close this morning's ceremony, Professor Winston Purdy will lead us in the singing of the national anthem.